Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I've realized I'm always rubbing my nose when I am recording. But anyways, for the past few days I have been craving a lot of North Indian food. I personally love North Indian food. I actually love all varieties of food, all varieties of food. So, like, and this this pandemic season, since I'm back at home with my entire family, it's a very rare thing. And I know a lot of y'all are facing the same circumstances. It does get a little annoying sometimes, but I don't know when we're going to get such an opportunity again, so we're making the most of it. So anyways, I have been craving a lot of North Indian food, and I really want to eat chicken, butter chicken masala, paneer butter masala, everything. And I want to eat naan, lacha paratha. I don't even know, the list will go on. So today I am going to satisfy a little bit of my cravings and a little bit of my dad's craving. He wants to eat tandoori chicken and I want to eat kadhai chicken. So fortunately for kadhai chicken, you first need tandoori chicken. So please watch the video and enjoy. And guys, when you're here, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Stay safe. To make the best kadai chicken, don't forget to watch the video. Ginger garlic paste, some curd, some red chili powder, some coriander powder. This is the tandoori masala. I just like to add a tad bit of it. If you don't have it, you can actually add some garam masala also. And I have a little bit of extra jeera. The most important one is a little bit of turmeric. And I prefer adding kasuri methi. Just a tad bit. So as you know, tandoori chicken has this typical red color. So I'm using some food color just to get that perfect red tandoori chicken color. If you're focusing on making only kadhai chicken, you can skip the red color. And what do you do now? You mix it. I have been marinating the chicken in salt 1 hour prior to adding all the extra marinades, so keep that in mind. So these chicken are, I asked them for a biryani cut and then I sliced the biryani cut into halves because I thought it's too big, and I'm actually considering making this in a pan. So now it's finally time to cook your chicken. So I would suggest you to use a very heavy bottomed pan like I'm doing over here, and I'm just rubbing it off with some butter. Now place your chicken skin side down and you will see me redoing and overdoing it, dipping it back in the marinade and placing it back again in the pan, because you want the marinades to stick to the chicken rather than sticking to the bowl, because you can't lick it, trust me. Your chicken is still raw, guys. Well, I have turned into that person where a sizzling hot pan sounds more melodious than the birds chirping in nature. Trust me. I don't know, I salivate, I think about what's coming on my table next. So that's how it goes, and I think that's how it is for all the foodies out there. So I'm almost done placing my chicken. One of the most important thing that we should remember while making this pan version of tandoori chicken is that you shouldn't move it a lot. You don't want the pieces of chicken to crumble down. You still want the solid pieces at the end. And always remember, since you're using curd to marinate the chicken, you're anyways going to have a lot of water in the pan, so do not panic. Just let the water drain out, and as you can see, once your chicken is completely dry, you can flip it. That should take you around 15 to 20 minutes, and once you flip it, cook it again in the same manner. So over here I'm going to add charcoal flame. Since I live in a small village and we do have firewood at home, so I'm in a liberty to use it. I think you can use the hookah charcoals also. I'm not very sure though. You can ask any other professional who's around you, but I think it should work fine. And finally, for the smoky tandoori flavor, you can just add a small piece of charcoal in a container and add a little bit of oil or ghee and just close the lid. I'm leaving half of it as a snack for my family, and the rest I'm going to make karai chicken with. So I'll be making karai chicken now. Where else but in a karai? And I'm adding mustard oil. I would suggest you to do the same because your chicken has already been cooking in butter and has been marinating in curd, which will transform into ghee. Once the oil is hot and smoky, I'm adding half a tablespoon of jeera, and I've blended 2 large tomatoes, 2 large onions, and 1.5 inches of ginger. So if you like to add, you can add in a little bit of green chili at the same time, but since I've got kids at home, I prefer not to. So finally I'm adding some turmeric, and I'm going to let it cook till all the water is evaporated. Voila! Now you can see that there's no more moisture left in the gravy. This is what you want, and now you can start adding your dry masala. So I am adding half a tablespoon of jeera, half a tablespoon of red chili powder, half a tablespoon of coriander powder, half a tablespoon of kasuri methi with a pinch of garam masala. So now I'm adding some chunky onions, which is I think the hallmark of the kadhai chicken. So I have medium sized onions. I'm cutting it into 4. If you have really small ones, you can cut it into halves, or if you've got shallots, you can just add in as it is. Now if you've got all the patience and all the love for everything, and if you're a detail freak, you can actually peel the onions layer by layer, but since I don't bother much, this is how I'm doing. Now I'm putting the chicken back to the masala. A lot of the people would like to convert the masala into the gravy and then put the chicken, but I would like to add the chicken to the masala and then make the gravy. Oh my god, that was such a tongue twister. If you didn't get it, please stop, pause, rewind it, and then listen to it again. It's gyan, food gyan. To my masala chicken, I have added 1 cup of water, and I've closed the lid and let it simmer in low flame for 5 minutes. Now I'm going to add in the last ingredient, and make sure you're doing this right before you serve it because you want the capsicum to remain crunchy. Mix it well and cook for another 1 to 2 minutes, and then you're ready to serve. Wow guys, look at the gravy. It looks so good. Oh my god. It is a tedious process, I understand, but if the result is this good, then why not, guys? Why not? And this is my secret. I do it. I've never seen any of the restaurants do it, but after you put your chicken in a serving bowl, try to do this. This is just a little bit of tarka, just an extra bit of kick and professionalism, and this works really well. This is just sukhi lal mirch and some red chili powder. That's it, and a beautiful tarka on your chicken. Wow, sounds so good. Okay guys, that's it. Your karai chicken is ready to be served. Enjoy, and when you're here, don't forget to like, share, and please subscribe to my channel, guys. Come on. Take care.